Project 1 went by well. Alias ended up going by really well. But for editing, we basically got the raw footage of Alias, like the TV show. They bought it from Paramount, and we had to use the raw footage and make an original scene. So I ended up using like the Bradley Cooper fight scene from season 2 with like uh, the dreams collapsing by Hans Zimmer from Inception. So that was pretty neat. Added the sound effects and stuff, and then used the Scream score and some other stuff from Halloween on another scene. And then Project One I ended up doing okay. It's like a 76, but that was like the first one working on film, actually 60 millimeter film. Second one, I had a brilliant idea after getting a quote. We had to pick up a quote, and then it like help us inspire a story for Project Two, and everything just went well. Even my friend Yvonne helped, and then Nader, another classmate, helped. Oh, it was really good. I ended up doing the audition, or using some actors I met on the audition for Before Sunrise, and asked them if they're interested for this. And since it's around Halloween, it's kind of easy to do the vampire stuff. And since I didn't get to film the vampire movie I wanted to, I was like, I should get something because I wanted to do something with vampires. I knew from the get go since like last year. I didn't have production courses. It was just like all study courses last fall for fall 2012. So I knew if I was in production course in Halloween that I wanted to do something like vampire oriented. I'm like a huge vampire fan. And what was it? Uh, yeah, everything was great. I even enjoyed film, and then we were waiting for the film to come back. It took a while. It had to be sent to New York because they don't have that many production studio labs for film, and it took 3 weeks. We get our stuff, and I don't find my footage, and my footage didn't come back, and I was wondering what happened, and it turns out that it was blank because a group member after mine for the Bolex, the camera messed up, so I was just like, no, because everything just went perfect. But I knew deep in the back of my head that something was wrong because nothing ever goes perfect. I'm not saying that's a negative. I'm just saying nothing is ever perfect. Like something has to go wrong. I feel that something has to go wrong in order for it to go right. So I was in a real down state, and you see that here. Like I was really about to lose. I thought I failed everything RTF. And you're gonna see me like the most depressed person I've ever been in the footage here. I was kind of scaring myself because I really, I was in a deep low. But anyways, my parents ended up visiting. My dad made it a good point where he said that, well, at least if you do have to reshoot, you get a second chance to film it. Most people don't get that, and he was right. So I figured yes. But you know, in a way, I think it had to happen because, I mean, I still want to be a filmmaker and everything, but I was getting to the point where I was taking stuff for granted, you know, and that happening with the film kind of made me realize what I was going to lose. Like, I almost lost everything. So, in a way, I didn't take it for granted. It made me hungry for it again and wanted to, like, film. I knew this is what I wanted to do. That I had really no other purpose in life. I mean, you could find purposes and stuff to do in life, but this was the main calling. That if this didn't work out, then I don't know. I sure did not want to be a teacher like everybody else in my family. So, but that's not a bad profession. But I'm just saying, I kind of, for a creative person like me, I have to find a way to express that. So I ended up reshooting that. My friend Matt helped, and a lot of hiccups happened there, but it was okay. It was okay. I had the sound and everything. At least I know what I wanted to do. And the teacher, Amy Bench, thankfully, that professor, she was awesome and let me reshoot it. So I thank her. I'm eternally grateful for that chance because I was so worried. So I was just like, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was just like, wow, it was a good course. And then meanwhile, we had to do project threes. And here's some footage from the test. I had my friend Yvonne help me for the test. Just like he was in class till like 9 or 10. I just said, "Hey, come by the room and just record." And just like, okay, he didn't know what he was doing, but I was like, trust me, it's gonna work." And I haven't shown him the main footage, but here it was. What I wanted to do. It was like a hitman, and he met this woman or whatever, and then she got like she gave him the number, and then it's just like there. But he's a hitman, and this random guy meets him and says, "I'm gonna clear your record, have a clean slate if you do one hit for me." So the whole thing is like him leading up to the hit, and like supposedly his wife's cheating on him and stuff, and then he goes to the door of this apartment building and like goes in there, and it's like a sneak up, and it has Love Shack by B-52s, and it's just like kind of like the Pulp Fiction Bruce Willis scene where you just like go in there and stuff, and then he realizes that it's that girl he saw earlier. That's a guy's wife. So then he has to choose. Wait, do I want to like have a life with this woman here, even though she's cheating on that guy, which is totally unrealistic. But forget that for a moment for a short film, or take the hit and clean the record. Well, you hear gunshots, you don't know what happens. The song stops, and then he comes out, and then like he's there. So he chose to have a clean slate. Kind of dark and morbid, but I'm glad I didn't get picked because I had to do the Project 2 reshoots and directing workshop. Those auditions went by really well, actually. It was just me, though, so I was reading for Patrick Bateman and stuff, and it was pretty good. I ended up getting a great actor and an actress, and it was hard, though. The actresses were hard. The actor, I knew what I wanted, but the actresses came down to about two or three of them, and it was just difficult. That's the only thing I don't like about being independent or like short films for classes, is that there's a lot of great actors that come your way through auditions, and you have to just choose one. And I'm just like, darn it. I mean, it's not bad by any means, but it's just if it was a bigger project or had more roles involved, I would definitely give the other actors some roles in the project and get them involved because they're just so great and tremendous. It's just really, it's the hard part of the job, you know. But it's business, not nothing personal. It's just you have to figure out what's right for the part. But my method of casting is not really just for the part, but chemistry with their co-star, their other actor, and how they work with each other. That's actually a little bit more important to me than like individual performances because you can have a good individual performance but then they could just have zero chemistry with their other actor and just nothing connect, there's no connection there, so there needs to have connection there in order for it to work. Then people will buy into these characters and make it believable. That was fun. Anyways, Haunted Footsteps, there's a couple ones chosen. Mine was a zombie. August Vanderford, he's pretty cool. His zombie film where like a witch resurrects a dead guy and he turns to a zombie and she wants him to eat brains, but instead after seeing some footage, wants to become a professional dancer. So then he gets kicked out and then sees a girl and then she trains him how to dance and it's all Rocky 80s montage. Awesome. He was inspired by Hocus Pocus, but it was good. A lot of challenges happened with that as far as scheduling, but like other than that, it was good. But oh, my computer screen got cracked too. I was editing and I don't know if it was an earphone, but anyways, I was dealing with a cracked computer screen and mostly had to go to the lab in late hours, and I didn't go to sleep till 2 or 3 in the morning. And lately here on Christmas break, it's been till 5, so I have to get back on a sleeping schedule. It's been odd, actually. It's just off and on. I feel like I'm Batman. But, and, it was the Red and Blue Blur, Superman from Smallville Season 10 for Halloween, and it was really good. I ended up staying, though, and, staying at the Dobie Center, and it was all right. It was really quiet. I ended up mostly watching movies. It was nice though because it was on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday, so like I didn't really have to do much. I ended up going at 2 p.m. the next day, so that was nice. And my roommate Francois, he went out partying and stuff, so I was mostly by myself. It wasn't too bad. Although I didn't know about Sixth Street. One of my classmates, Phil and Brian, ended up going. It was nice, but yeah, I was just lost it, and then I just lost it for holidays because my family and at home and stuff, nobody dressed up or nobody I knew did anything much, so I was just like, oh, that blows. So the one dressed up for Halloween, but it got good though. After you see that there, uh, I actually my friend Phil, like earlier, we went out to Sixth Street and then met Brian there and then some other people. And it was pretty good. I ended up going Sixth Street for the first time and like basically partying and stuff to like the Toll House, Amped, uh, a whole bunch of places. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was pretty good. I'll show you some photos there. One of them you see is there's a group of girls or whatever. Phil's like, you should take a photo with them. You look really awesome as Superman. It's just like, no, I don't know. It's just like, you ask. So I ended up asking, and then we ended up doing that. Then took the bus to Sixth Street and saw some police officers there. And it's like, take a photo with the police Superman. She's like, oh, I don't know. And it's just like, I told him, go ahead and tell him that you're a tourist because like he's from Denmark. So he's like, just tell him you're a tourist and new here and stuff. Just act all ignorant. So I ended up doing that and then taking photos with Superman. So that was pretty cool. And then there was like some fan after we got back from the club. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. And somebody's like, whoa, you're Superman from Smallville Season 10. It's just like, oh, yeah. So that was interesting. But it was pretty good. The only thing is, the whole partying thing is really kind of a little overrated like it is in the movies. Like in the movies, it makes it seem like the nightclubs are like really big and everything. And really, there's no space whatsoever to dance. I was just like, oh, kind of just sitting there standing. It's kind of like that the week before. You're going to see the week before there wasn't that many events and it was before Halloween, but somebody on my floor They were going to a party that one of the fraternities were having, so we ended up going there, and that wasn't too bad. It was really close space, so there wasn't that much room to dance, but it had like a bunch of glow in the dark stuff. I felt like I was in Batman Forever. It was pretty cool. But that's where you see me coming from the first time. Then the second time, so I was on 6th Street, and then so afterwards, Halloween went by okay. Here I am. Just got back from the party I went to. Pretty good. Superman in my Smallville season 10 jacket. Now I'm Clark Kent. So yeah, doing pretty good. Had a little bracelet thing. Not doing too bad. Overall, it was a good night. It's a really good night. And it's 3 o'clock. Getting ready to go to bed after getting a Diet Dr. Pepper, so alright, we'll see all that and see if I survive these next set of projects. Hello guys, it's Halloween 2013 and I am the Red and Blue Blur, aka Superman from Smallville Season 10. Even have like a little blue shirt underneath here. So, going like that for Halloween, even like the brown little boots, jeans, belt, and this, and the curl will come out later. But yeah, that's what I am for Halloween, so I hope you have a super Halloween 2013. I'm Man and Steel for Halloween. I'm Kal-El of Krypton. It is time to fulfill my destiny. So far, I watched all the Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm on The Crow. Movie room's out, Adobe, there's like maintenance. And somebody else reserved from like 7 till 2 in the morning, but it's been kind of a boring Halloween. And I was the only one kind of like dressed up in the family, but I lost all hope as far as holidays go. Meanwhile, we'll see how my shoot goes tomorrow. Fireworks!